Okay, the meaning of word creditors. Creditors means टू whom अमाऊंट पेएबल, कंपनी कोणाला अमाऊंट पे करणे आहे किंवा कंपनी कोणाला अमाऊंट पे करणार आहे, दॅट इज द क्रेडिटर्स. व्हॉट इज बाय डेटर्स? फ्रॉम हुम अमाऊंट रिसिवेबल, दॅट इज डेटर्स. कंपनीला ज्यांच्याकडून अमाऊंट येणार आहे ते डेटर्स, आणि कंपनी ज्यांना अमाऊंट पे करणार आहे दॅट इज क्रेडिटर्स. इन्व्हेस्टर्स. इन्व्हेस्टर्स. ओके, नेक्स्ट, हू कॅन मेक आउट फ्रॉम द memorandum whether a company is permitted to undertake certain activity or transactions or not. Okay, so this document, that is MOA, consists the relationship or describe the relationship between company and its outsiders, that is relationship with shareholders, creditors, suppliers, investors. Who can make out from the memorandum? These persons can make out from the memorandum whether a company is permitted to undertake, whether a company is permitted to undertake certain activity or transaction or not, or which type of transactions, or okay, or the rights, the duties of investors, suppliers, creditors, shareholders, and their limitations, and scope of activities of all these outsiders. Scope of activities of all these outsiders is mentioned in the scope of activities of all these outsiders is mentioned clearly in the MOA. Scope of activities of all these outsiders is mentioned clearly in the MOA. That is the relationship. Okay, up to what limit they can expand their activities, that is outsiders, that is shareholders, creditors, suppliers, investors. Okay, up to what limit or up to what extent they can done transactions or make activities, all these things are clearly mentioned in the memorandum of association as a relationship between company and outsiders. Next, every company needs to prepare its MOA at the time of incorporation, as we discuss in topic number third. Every company needs to prepare MOA at the time of its incorporation and submit it, that is MOA, along with the application form for incorporation to ROC, that is Registrar of Companies. Okay, next point, the MOA is prepared, as we studied in topic number third. MOA is prepared by promoters. MOA is prepared by promoters. MOA is prepared by promoters, and this MOA must be signed or subscribed by minimum persons. So in case of public company, 7 persons, as we already studied in topic number third. In case of private company, 2 persons, as we studied under topic number third. And in case of one person company, 1 person. In case of one person company, only 1 person is required to sign MOA. Okay, each subscriber or the person who sign or subscribe the MOA must write against their name, त्यांच्या नावानुसार, the number of shares to be held by them, as per Companies Act 2013, because those persons who subscribe or sign the memorandum of association of the company, those persons who sign the memorandum of association of the company must require to buy or subscribe up to certain limit, up to certain specific amount of shares they must buy in the company as a subscriber to the memorandum of association. As a subscriber or as a signing authority of memorandum of association, they must buy certain amount of shares in the company. And as per Companies Act, each subscriber or the person who signed MOA must take at least one share in the company. This will not be required for a company with guarantee without share capital. As we discussed, one of the type of company, that is company limited by guarantee without share capital. So these types of companies or subscriber of these types of companies does not require to buy shares in the company or to subscribe for the shares of the company, because there is no share capital, so there is no so there is no share capital, so there is no any requirement to buy shares in the company. If there is share capital, then subscriber to memorandum of association must buy shares in the company. Next, contents of MOA. First, contain name clause. Second, contain address clause or registered office clause. Third, content object clause. Fourth, content liability clause. Fifth, content capital clause. And last, content, that is association clause or a subscription clause. Next, okay, as we studied in the definition of MOA, as we studied in the definition of MOA, this document, that is MOA, contains the nature and character, and this document contains the scope of activities of the business, the limitations of activities of the business. So all these things contains in the document. So to alter, to make changes, to make amendment in this document, to alter, to make changes, to make alter changes or amendment in this document, or any of clause which we discuss in point number 5, that is name clause, address clause, object clause, liability clause, capital clause, and association clause. Okay, so to alter any clause of one of the to alter any clause of the document, this act has laid down a specific rules. Under Companies Act 2013, there is given a specific rules and regulations and provisions to be followed by that particular company which wants to alter its MOA, which want to alter its MOA. Next, MOA must contain all the provisions, all the or MOA of each and every company is as per the pursuance of or as per the provisions of Companies Act 2013. Any provision in the MOA, any provision in the MOA which violate, any provision in the MOA which violate or which is not given in the Companies Act, these types of provisions must be removed or take a proper precaution by the promoters while preparing MOA, that they must prepare MOA in such a manner that there there is no any violation of the Companies Act 2013. जो काय MOA तयार करायचा आहे तो कंपनी ॲक्ट 2013नुसारच तयार करायचा आहे. नेक्स्ट, एनी ॲक्ट डन बाय कंपनी, एनी ॲक्ट डन बाय कंपनी बियॉन्ड द पॉवर्स, बियॉन्ड द पॉवर्स. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, आता कंपनी स्थापन झाली किंवा कंपनी फॉर्म जी झाली, इफ कंपनी इज फॉर्म फॉर द ऑब्जेक्टिव्स ऑफ manufacturing chemicals, but the company, instead of producing chemicals, company produce guns, weapons. So at that time it is beyond the power of memorandum of association. It is the beyond the power of memorandum of association. So all these things are treated as ultra vires, ultra vires, which is means invalid, which means invalid. The word ultra means beyond, the word ultra means beyond, and the word vires means the power, the word vires means the power. So beyond the power of memorandum of association. So each and every director of the company, each and every director of the company, each and every director of the company work as per or within the limit or within the powers of MOA, and they cannot go beyond the power. If they work beyond the power of MOA, then it is known as ultra vires, that is invalid. So next point, it is a public document. Each and every person, each and every person who is related in any way, each and every person who is related with the company in any way, each and every person who is related with the company in any way and any person, any people of the community wants to enter into contract with that company, so it is a public document. So that particular person who wants to make a contract with the company must have proper knowledge of contents of MOA of that company, because it is a public document, it is open for public. Those who wants to join the company must know the document, those who wants to join the company must know the document or the content of the documents. Next, as per Companies Act 2013 has prescribed the format in table number A, B, C, D, E for different kinds of companies. कंपनीज ॲक्ट 2013 काय टेबल्स दिलेत, काय फॉर्मॅट दिलेत, आणि त्या टेबलमध्ये टेबल कोणते आहेत, टेबल ए, टेबल बी, टेबल सी, टेबल डी अँड टेबल ई. हे जे 5 टेबल आहेत तर ते MOAच्या रिलेटेड आहेत. त्या 5 टेबलमध्ये काय दिले तर 5 वेगवेगळ्या कंपन्यांचे टाईप्स दिलेत. तो कोणता टेबल, ह्या टेबल एमध्ये काय दिले किंवा टेबल बी किंवा टेबल सी किंवा टेबल डी किंवा टेबल ईमध्ये तर काही फॉर्मॅट दिलेत मेमोरंडम ऑफ असोसिएशनचे. टेबल एचा फॉर्मॅट कोणत्या कंपनीसाठी ॲप्लिकेबल असेल, द फॉर्मॅट ऑफ टेबल बी ॲप्लिकेबल टू डिफरंट टाईप ऑफ कंपनी, टेबल सी फॉर्मॅट ऑफ टेबल सी इज ॲप्लिकेबल टू अनदर कंपनी, फॉर्मॅट ऑफ टेबल डी इज ॲप्लिकेबल टू अनदर कंपनी, टेबल फॉर्मॅट ऑफ टेबल इज ॲप्लिकेबल टू अनदर कंपनी. सो as per Companies Act 2013 has prescribed the following format for preparing memorandum of association based on the type of company. Okay, so table A is followed by company limited by share. Table A is followed by company limited by share. Table B is followed by company limited by guarantee but not having share capital. But not having share capital. Table C, memorandum of association of company. In table C, there is given MOA or memorandum of association of company for those companies who are limited by guarantee but having share capital. Table A only to those companies who having company limited by share. Table B to those companies who are company limited by guarantee and not having share capital. Table C to those companies company limited by guarantee but having share capital. Table D for those companies are unlimited company and not having share capital, and table E to those companies who are unlimited company and having a share capital, unlimited liability company and having a share capital. So these tables or the formats given in table A, table B, table C and table D is in respect of different types of companies. Okay, for your quick revision purpose, table A is related to the company having share capital. Table B is related to the company is limited by guarantee but not having share capital. Table C, the company is limited by guarantee but having share capital. Table C. Next, table D, unlimited liability company but not having share capital, and table E, unlimited liability company having शेअर कॅपिटल. यांच्यासाठी हे प्रिस्क्राईब फॉर्मॅट दिले आहेत कंपनीच्या टाईप्सनुसार की त्यांनी MOA कोणता फॉलो करावा याचा आहे. ओके, इथंपर्यंत ज्यांना समजलेलं आहे त्यांनी S म्हणून टाईप करा, ज्यांना समजलेलं नाही त्यांनी नो टाईप करा आणि काय समजलं नाही ते फक्त विचारा. Okay, so the next part of MOA, that is clauses of MOA. Clauses of MOA. First clause, that is name clause. Name clause. The word name clause is enough sufficient to describe itself that it is related to the name of the company. It is related to the name of the company. So this clause is the first clause of memorandum. This clause is the first clause of memorandum. It contains, or in this clause mention, the name of the company. As a company is a legal entity or legal business, legal organization apart from its members or different from its members. It has like any natural person, we treated that company is also person, but it is an artificial person created by law. So like any natural person, company is having also its own name. Company is having also its own name to establish its separate identity. Because for example, Tata Steel, Gharda Chemicals, Excel Chemicals, Reliance Industries. So this is a specific name is given to that particular company by that particular, by the promoters of that company. So the promoters choose the name for the company. The promoters choose a name for the company. Okay. So while choosing a name for the company, while choosing a name for the company, the promoters of the company must take certain precautions, must take certain precautions. These precautions or keep in mind certain points. These points are as under. First, the name of the company, the name of the company should not be identical or same, identical or same to that of any already existing company registered under this act or under previous company law. जे कंपनीसाठी प्रमोटर, समजा तुम्ही सगळे प्रमोटर आहात, जे काय 24, 25, 26 जण उपस्थित आहात, ऑल ऑफ यू आर प्रमोटर ऑफ द कंपनी, ऑल ऑफ यू आर अ प्रमोटर ऑफ द कंपनी. And if you want to choose a name for the company, so your name that you choose for your company must be a unique name, must be a unique name. ते नेम कसं असावं, युनिक नेम असावं किंवा नाव हे युनिक असावं, युनिक नेम. अँड दिस नेम इज नॉट अ सिमिलर, दिस नेम इज नॉट अ सिमिलर ॲज पर, similar or identical to the name of existing company which is registered or incorporated under Companies Act 2013 or before 2013. Okay, so the next point, the name should not contain any words which will constitute an offense under any law. The name should not contain any words which will constitute an offense under any law. There are certain words which are in simple language, there are certain words for legal procedure, there are certain words for legal procedure in simple language are blacklisted by certain, by as per IPC, that is Indian Penal Code, or as per Companies Act 2013. So these types of names, are the words included as a blacklisted names. The names included as a blacklisted name or the words which, or the names which are, which constitute an offense, offense म्हणजे गुन्हा, under any law, any law means any law, under IPC, that is Indian Penal Code, under Companies Act, under Indian Contract Act, under Partnership Act. If any word is debarred totally, so these types of words are not used as a name for the company. Next, the name or words, the name of the company or words in the name of the company, the name of the company or words in the name of the company shall not offend any section of the people. As we know, one of the characteristics or feature of India, that is India live in diversity. We have large number of population, we have various types of communities, caste, creed, religion. So while choosing a name of the company, this name, while choosing a name for the company, this name shall not offend any section of the people or any particular community. कोणत्याही कम्युनिटीला टार्गेट केल्यासारखं नाव ठेवायचं नाही. नेक्स्ट, the name should not violate the provision of emblems and names Prevention of Improper Use Act 1950. There are under Prevention of Improper Use Act 1950, there are certain words are categorized which are not treated as a constitutional word. These words are not treated as a constitutional words, or these words are not a part of the language of ideal citizen of country. So these words are totally neglected while selecting the name of the company. The name of the company shall not similar to any registered trademark. Then what is meant by trademark? What is meant by patent? What is meant by copyright? एखादा जर पर्टिक्युलर व्यवसाय असेल आणि तो व्यवसाय पूर्ण करण्यासाठी त्या व्यक्तीने ज्या नावाने जर ट्रेडमार्क रजिस्टर केला असेल तर एखादं नाव असते, एखादं साइन वगैरे असतं. समजा तुमच्या स्कूलचं एखादं साइन असेल 10वीपर्यंतच्या, आता तुम्ही DMS ला येणार तर DMSचं एखादं साइन असेल, किंवा MRFची बॅट असेल, ओके, किंवा रेबनचा गॉगल असेल, तर त्यांचं पर्टिक्युलर एक साइन असते. तर ते साइन वापरण्याचा राईट जो आहे तो पर्टिक्युलर त्या कंपनीलाच असतो. तर असं साइन वापरण्याचे धाडस ज्या नवे कंपनी एस्टॅब्लिश होणार आहे त्या कोणीही करायचं नाही. नेक्स्ट, द नेम should not have any words that gives an impression that the company is connected with or he has the support of central or state government or any local authority. The name should not have any word that gives impression that the company is connected with or has the support of central government, state government or any local authority. For example, Alpha Limited Company, Government of India. This is the name of any company. Alpha Limited Company, Government of India. This is the name of any company. So, while choosing a name of the company, it is the duty of promoter. While choosing a name of the company, it is the duty of promoter that while selecting a name for the company, they should select the name which is not supported to central government, state government or any local authority, or with, and the name should not contain the reference of central government, state government and local authority. Local authority means gram panchayat, municipal corporations, nagar panchayat. Next, in case of public company limited by share or guarantee, the last word of the name should be limited. For example, Tata Steel Limited. Company limited by share and company limited by guarantee must enter at the last of their name, or must write at the last of their name, that is limited by share or limited by guarantee. Similarly, for a private company limited by share or guarantee, the last word should be, or the last wording of the name, such as private limited. For example, POSCO India Private Limited or PepsiCo India Private Limited. Next, in case of OPC, that is one person company, the word one person company must be mentioned in the name of the company in bracket, that is Smart Services Private Limited in bracket OPC. ज्या कंपनी वन पर्सन कंपनी आहे तिनं कंपनीच्या शेवटी नाव लिहायचं आहे OPC असं लिहायचं आहे. नेक्स्ट, द कंपनीज ॲक्ट स्टेट्स दॅट every company shall paint or affix its name and the address of registered office outside its place of business. Outside its place of business. Okay, so if you understand the concept, then please say yes. If you don't understand, then please say no. Okay, fast.